And it's back. And so are the threat of storms, too. It's just been crazy. Bonkers, I believe I said earlier.
You said bonkers. There's a lot of other choice words I could probably use as well. But yes, we'll talk about the air quality issues here. And even, you know, Lena, you and I were talking about this earlier, too. We want to go straight to and show you what the map looks like here. So you can see kind of where these dots are. At least it's showing just to the south of the city, moderate levels. I think one of the key takeaways here is because some people will be extra sensitive than others. Even if you are not, this is still sort of a risk factor for all of Northeast Ohio with the smoke and haze still dampening the area. Now, National Weather Service, as a result, has extended our air quality not through about midnight tonight. They've gone ahead and extended it for another 24 hours, which I was pretty sure that they were going to do. That came down just a couple hours or so. So they're still keeping these counties on here, but I don't really want to neglect the fact that, you know, even some Erie, Harain, maybe in down south to Stark County, Medina County, maybe even Trumbull County, you'll still be dealing with some little bit of issues as well. One of the key takeaways, again, is going to be that if you're going to be outdoors, just limit your outdoor exposure. Give yourself some breaks. Obviously, with the temperatures elevated this time of this year too, you want to hydrate as well. So again, one of the major factors for us that will carry us into our Monday is going to be that we're going to allow for some wet weather to move back in, and that should take a good chunk of this smoke and haze on out of here, so we can kick the curb with that. Speaking of which, this is the rainfall accumulation maps in terms of the Euro model, showing that we're getting at least some ½ inch of here, maybe getting up to an inch there. This is going to carry us through about Tuesday, but I think these numbers are really going to be increased once the frontal boundary begins to kind of move on through here. And let's go ahead and track a little bit of storms for you on this Sunday evening here. Overnight tonight, your National Design Mark forecast will keep us relatively stable. We'll have some clouds, we'll have some haze. We'll still be dealing with a little bit of murky atmosphere waking up for tomorrow morning. We'll have a little bit of clearing move through as well. I think we'll see some sunshine tomorrow mid to late morning hours, maybe pop into the upper 70s, perhaps even low 80s. Once we get past the noon hour here, we really start to prime our atmosphere for some strong storms to move through. We'll have plenty of moisture at the surface. We'll have plenty of south winds to move on through. What we'll need is going to be a trigger, and that trigger is likely going to be that frontal boundary still up towards the west that will likely cause a little bit of atmospheric turbulence here in terms of maybe even a little bit of rotation. But it really kind of depends on how hot the surface gets. If we have enough clearing, you're going to have that trigger here to really start things to kind of pop up and start bubbling here. This will likely happen between the 3, 4, perhaps even 5 p.m. hour for our western residents. Move along the Cleveland Metro around 5, 6 p.m. and then begin to move on out of here around 10, 11 p.m. for tomorrow night. Once we get into Tuesday, we got a lot more sunshine to work with. We got cooler air arriving. It's going to come out of the north here, and that's going to keep us relatively stable into the Tuesday afternoon hour. But all in all, really need to stay weather aware for your Monday afternoon. 70s widespread right now. You can see sunset times about 8:59. Dew point temperature still in the 60s. All across the map, we got some 70s. Tomorrow's highs are really going to be stacking up here. Once we slip out of the 60s, going back to the 80s tomorrow, I think we're likely going to be popping here. So you can see around 70 degrees there tomorrow on the hour. Temperatures around the low 80s. Here's that Union Home Mortgage 10 p.m.